Good day, brethren. My name is Mashaba, and today we're going to speak about the Church of the Alphabet. One day, there was a teacher who had a class of people, and these people were unable to read and to write. Because the great teacher was able to read and to write, he wanted to advance his students to his level. Because he stayed in a distant land, the great teacher found one man and he taught him the alphabet, and he sent him to the class to teach them about the alphabet. When the class has mastered the alphabet, the great teacher found one man from the same class who has mastered the alphabet, and he taught him the words. He sent him back to the same class to teach that class about the words. When the same teacher gets to the class, he was severely rejected by saying he makes himself better than the teacher of the alphabet. The teacher of the words tried by all means to reason with them, but only few of them understood. Because of this rejection, another class called the class of the words was formed. And those who understood and believed the teacher of the words advanced from the class of the alphabets to the class of the words. Sometime after the death of the teacher of the words, the great teacher found one man from the class of the words, and he trained him the sentences. He sent him back to the class of the words to teach them about the sentences. When the teacher of the sentence gets back to his own class, his own people, he was severely rejected. Surely you are not making yourself better than the teacher of the words. Some years after struggling with the class of the words, the teacher of the sentence was killed. Out of those whom he taught, there were few of those who understood. These few people formed another class called the class of the sentence. Because he realized that this was a class of student and child-minded people, the great teacher found one man and he trained him how to write paragraphs. This one man was sent back to his own class to teach them about the paragraphs. As excited as he was to show his people about the things they never knew before, he was severely rejected. The class of the sentence said to him, "No, we know the sentences. You can't teach us the paragraphs. We know that the teacher of the sentences was sent from the great teacher. We know that whatever he taught us was the truth. Anyone who teaches the truth teaches the sentences." The teacher of the paragraph tried to reason with them from the things that the teacher of the alphabet and the teacher of the words and the teacher of the sentence has written in their time. He tried to show them things like, "Don't you see, the teacher of the sentence wrote about me that I would come." And after speaking these words, they stoned him to death. As always, there were those who believed the teacher of the paragraphs. That small group formed another class called the class of the paragraphs. After having advanced in the understanding of the paragraphs, the great teacher took another man from the same class and he trained him how to understand documents. But the same thing happened to him. The teacher of the documents was very surprised to see that his people didn't want to know more than the paragraphs. He tried to show them how they became a class of the paragraphs in the first place. He also tried to show them how they are so different from their founders. The teacher of the documents told them that if the teacher of the paragraphs was still alive, he would understand and believe him. Because of these words, they banished him from the class of the paragraphs. And after some time, the teacher of the documents started another class called the class of the documents. Those who believed joined in with him and they advanced in the understanding of the documents. Many years after the death of the teacher of the documents, the great teacher found another man and he trained him how to read and to write books. As excited as he was to see that his people, the class of the documents, would then advance into the understanding of books, he was surprised to realize when they reply and say to him, "We are a class of the documents. This is who we are. This is what we stand for. We are standing for the truth, and anyone who teaches the truth teaches the documents." The teacher of the books was highly surprised when they kept on quoting the writings of their teacher and founder of the documents to reject his advancing truth. He tried by all means to reason with them from the previous experiences, but they did not understand. He even tried to show them how all of the previous true teachers came and go, but they could not understand. The teacher of the books showed them how all of the previous teachers did not know everything and they didn't have the bigger picture. Because of his words, the class of the documents called the teacher of the books a false teacher, the one who makes himself more superior than all previous teachers who have been sent by the great teacher. The class of the documents realized that they were more advanced than all previous classes. Because of this, they said to the teacher of the books, "We are the last class on earth, a class that was destined to teach the whole world about the documents of the great teacher. In fact, there will be no other teacher in the future. Ours was the last. And also our founder, the teacher of the documents, has written about us that we are the last class on earth. There cannot be more advanced truth than we already have. All truth has been revealed to us by the pen of our founder, our teacher." Even though the teacher of the books used every gift God has given him to show them what they had to understand, but they could not even analyze his teachings. Because of this continuous rebellion, the great teacher went around the land looking for people who are ready to learn, and their number was 144,000. The great teacher took them and trained them in isolation. And when they have understood the level of the book, the great teacher spoke to them. "You have reached the final stage of the alphabet. You will be my final teachers. Out of you no class will be formed, because classes are rebellious. You will not belong to any class on earth. You belong to me. Now I send you across the entire land. Teach the final stage of the alphabet, which is called the book. Begin from the class of the documents, and when they reject you, go to the entire classes and teach them the entire truth." Then Jesus said, "For judgment have come into this world, that those who do not see may see, and those that see may become blind. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when perfection comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end will come.